I heard that another challenger recently passed Boreas' trial. Well, with any luck, that wolf might be willing to reveal himself to me, too.
Well, guess what? Today's your lucky day. I've actually been wondering about this little piece of dialogue ever since Lohen first appeared in 6.4. With this being the first type of challenge like this I've ever done, I wasn't really sure entirely what to expect with this. Honestly, I was expecting kind of about what I got. Now, you see this boss here? Yeah, I never fight him. I mean, I've beaten Dottore hundreds of times across both his bosses, but not Andrius. Probably because I can't co-op it. I like having random fun, okay? Anyway, I'm here to answer one simple question. Can Lohen solo Boreas? No teammates, no food buffs, just Lohen. Can you do it? Now I want to get one thing out of the way. You see which element Lohen is? You want to guess which element Boreas is immune to? Yeah. So this entire thing has to be done with physical Lohen. Otherwise, all Lohen will be doing is just tickling Boreas. And that's not exactly our goal here. Anyway, with that little note out of the way, here is my process for beating Boreas with only physical Lohen. This was a process that started from one simple place. Learning how to dodge. If you didn't know, Lohen can't shield himself. So if I had any chance of beating Boreas, I needed to know what the attacks were so I could avoid them. It was rough and I realized I need a waypoint. Which I didn't have. Yay! So I ended up going into Natlan to go and search for some aphids. But I thought I kind of knew where they were and it didn't seem like they would be as annoying as the fireflies anywhere else. And I kind of got a little lost. Before stumbling upon them. Made the waypoint, traveled back to Boreas, and continued like nothing happened. Then promptly forgot to place the waypoint. After doing all that. Of course. Getting the portable waypoint made fighting Boreas significantly easier because now dying didn't have the punishment of taking the walk of shame every single time. Would I have just decided to torture myself? Sure. But I think I already did that getting the aphids anyways. I did a couple more tests with the whole team before randomly deciding that, yeah, I think I was ready to do solo Lohen after this stellar performance. And I think that went about how you would expect. Can you believe I actually tried to do this 5 times? Yeah, me neither.
Wind! Tell me why.
Since I once again got really tired of dying in the middle of my tests, I decided it would be a good idea to bring on one of my best healers, Mika. Because he was built and why not? Okay, joking, there's actually a good reason for me to test with him. He gives Lohen a couple buffs. Physical damage bonus, attack speed, and healing with normal attacks during his burst. In other words, if I died with Mika on my team, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to beat this challenge. So for the sake of not boring anyone, I'm not going to show you the fight at normal speed, but here's the entire fight sped up times 10. So as you can see, it really didn't go too bad. Neither of them died during the fight thanks to Mika keeping them alive. And in the end, Lohen was actually able to beat Boreas. So this ended up being a step in the right direction. However, Mika benefited Lohen a bit too much, so I decided to bring in another of my best healers, Baiju. Upon starting a dodging test with these two, my inexperience really showed. As I said before, I don't often fight this boss, so whenever I was doing the dodging test, I didn't realize the boss would automatically go into phase 2, and then I died very quickly.
I got some fucking... giant!
So, duly noted, I guess. So I was a little bit thrown off whenever he went into his second phase, and decided I would attempt to beat him. However, as you could tell, that didn't go super duper well, which presented to me another problem. The fact that I could get through phase 1 with ease, but phase 2 was going to be the biggest issue. Meaning if I wanted to be able to beat Boreas, I had to make sure I got through phase 1 taking as little damage as humanly possible so I could afford to make more mistakes in phase 2. So I decided to do a few more tests with Lohen and Baiju. Now one thing I want to note is that throughout most of this challenge I was using Lohen with Crescent Pike. However, during one of my tests I decided to humor myself and use Lohen Sig, which I randomly got during the challenge. As it turns out, Lohen actually did more physical damage with his signature weapon. I think that was mainly because of the high base attack, so it's not like this challenge is pay to win or anything. But I kind of just wanted to mention that, especially since it was a really big breakthrough in the challenge that finally gave me the confidence I needed, which meant I was finally ready to try solo Lohen once again. So, the answer to my question, can Lowen beat Boreas? Yes. Although Lowen was accurate, Boreas did wipe the floor with him. Honestly, it was unreal beating this boss with just Lowen. I've always avoided this boss, so it was nice to actually learn the mechanics and do it with one of my favorite characters. Here is the build for this challenge. It's nothing special, mainly a physical build. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little challenge, and I'll see you around.